says, when we join salah in which the imam has finished Fatiha and going towards Rukhu, we don't get enough time to complete our Fatiha. Is our rak'ah valid with an incomplete Fatiha, only recited 2 to 3 verses? The scenarios are different. One scenario is that you come and you find the imam in the position of Rukhu. So the sunnah is that you say Allahu Akbar for joining the salat, and without any dua, without any Bismillah, A'udhu Minash-Shaytanir-Rajeem, without any inauguration dua, Subhanakallahumma hamdik tabarak ismuk ta'ala jadduk wa la ilaha ghayruk, without anything, you say Allahu Akbar and go for Rukhu. And if you said only once Allahu Akbar and performed Rukhu, this suffices. Scenario 2, the imam is in the standing position and I say Allahu Akbar. As I'm beginning my Fatiha, he makes Rukhu. Either it was a loud rak'ah, like the first 2 rak'ahs of Fajr, Maghrib and Isha. In this case, his recitation of Fatiha suffices for me. So even if I started 1 or 2 verses, or I did not start at all, I say Allahu Akbar and join him in Rukhu. If it's a silent rak'ah, which means that it is a pillar for me to recite it, if the time is not sufficient for you to complete your Fatiha before he raises his head from Rukhu, and this might be due to your slowliness. Some of the brothers take their time, especially in such limited situations, time restraints. They join the imam and say, Alhamdu lillaahi Rabbil aalameen. The imam would have finished the whole prayer by the time you finish your Fatiha. In this case, this is their problem. And they complain. The imam always goes to Rukhu and we're not through half of the Fatiha. And we ask them, what about the rest of the congregation? What about the rest of the worshippers? They say, no, they have no problem with that. Then it's your problem. You're the one who has a big problem in the speed of reciting the Fatiha. It's not normal what you're doing. And usually, I'm not talking about normal rak'ah. I'm talking about this particular scenario where the imam is in Rukhu. So if you can wrap your Fatiha up before he raises his head from Rukhu, you must do that. And you should do it in a very quick fashion by saying, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil aalameen, Ar-Rahmaanir-Raheem, Maaliki Yawmid-Deen, Iyyaaka na'budu wa Iyyaaka nasta'een, Ihdinas-Siraatal-Mustaqeem, Siraatal-lazeena, alaihim, ghayril-maghdoobi, lad-daaalleen. How long did that take? Maybe 6 seconds? It is sufficient for you to say Allahu Akbar and bow with or perform Rukhu with the imam. This is the accepted scenario. Now, the third scenario would be that you do not recite it this fast and you take your time, and having said that, you have a problem, because then your rak'ah would not be valid. The recitation of the Fatiha is mandatory. It is one of the pillars of salat in silent rak'ahs. So if the imam gave you enough time, but it was your mistake not to utilize the time, and you took your time reciting part of the Fatiha until he performed Rukhu and raised his head from Rukhu, then you've got a problem and you have to make up for that prayer. And Allah Azza wa Jal knows best.